Hello, it's Eclipses back again. Now I'm going to quickly talk about the timeline for Walking Dead, because this is just one of the things that I get annoyed about with the fandom all the time. And most people say like, oh hey, like the group has been together for 8 years and all that, 10 years or whatever. Yes, that is true, but now it's been longer. It's been actually almost like, because then if you count Dead City, it would be probably about 16 years or 18 years or something like that. But anyways, what I was gonna say, let's do this with Carl's death and Judith. Those are the two most easiest ones. How would they be in an apocalypse for over 8 years? Like I'm mainly talking about seasons 1 through 8. How would Judith still be a kid? She's still a kid when Carl died. She's like 2, 3 when Carl died. How doesn't anyone understand this? Like, this would be 5 years of a show. Like, you're watching a show for 5 years, but it's not the timeline on the show. Some people like match that up with the real timeline versus the show. There were some others that did Charmed and all that and other shows. Like, I get it's fun, but I mean, realistically with shows, it's a different timeline. It's not even our universe. Like, it's a made up fiction universe, and it's a made up timeline. So it's this timeline, and what some people don't understand as well, that we're even though that we are in like 2024 or to like the future or the past, Walking Dead, the last known time place in the universe is 2029, which is in Dead City with Maggie and Negan. They're far in the future. But yet Daryl's show is like the most closest, and then it's the ones who live. So people always get confused by the timeline, and it's like 1 year later, 6 years after the bridge and all that, off of Walking Dead. And there's a few TikTokers that I watch based on timelines, and one is noticing time skip changes, and he says it didn't really make sense. And he gets annoyed by, like, viewers, too. And I've been making Walking Dead videos for over 10 years. Well, before I stopped. But some things I just get annoyed with. And I don't like the ones who live at all. Like, I'm starting to get bored. Like, around, like, the second and third episode, I didn't even know that a new episode aired. Basically. I watched it the day after. I did not even know. So, that really sums up how I like the show. I don't even like it. I don't even like it enough to even know when it comes out. Like, yes, Walking Dead shows comes out on Sunday, 3 a.m. for AMC+, but I wasn't even thinking about it. I was mainly thinking about Pretty Little Liars, other shows and all that, Hacks on Max, and I'm mainly thinking about other shows. But yet here, the only two shows that I'm even thinking about with Walking Dead is the Daryl show and Dead City. That's the only shows that I'm even thinking about. Daryl, like obviously I like Daryl, and yet Maggie and Negan, I don't really like the show, but I like it enough because it's Maggie and Negan. Same thing for Daryl. Daryl is one of my all-time favorite characters in Walking Dead. Before Carl. But yeah. And they killed off Carl. But Carl's an easy one. But yeah, he looked older. It's because he was growing up. He was literally a teenager when they were filming the show. And some people think like, oh hey, he was 18 on the show. No, he wasn't. He was 14. When his character died, he was 14. His real life actor was about 18, 19 by the time he died. And because, no wait, 18, because then when he died off the show, he just turned 18, and they had to give him the legal rights of money, and yet they killed him off because of that. It's been a while, but yeah, that's the reason. But yeah, if you really think about it, if that didn't happen, and if they actually paid him the right amount of money, he would have been on the show. There was a long enough time jump for him to catch up with his age. There was a 6-year time jump on Walking Dead. In the beginning of season 9. And this was season 8 when Carl died. The very next season there was a huge time jump, and that could have fixed Carl's age. But yeah, everything that's been going on with Walking Dead, timeline stuff, it's obvious, but it's like some people fight over it and get annoyed, and people say like, no, it's this, no, it's this. I'm like, just look at the timeline, and the most easiest thing is if you look at Carl and Judith from seasons 1 to 8. So it's just annoyed, and I just don't want to be a part of it anymore. So now my relationship with Walking Dead is a little bit different. It's more like just watch the show and done. It's not like, oh hey, I want this action figure. Oh hey, I want to make this video. Oh hey, I want to talk about this. Oh hey, I want to make this video on Walking Dead. Oh hey, I want to make this video of Walking Dead. I want to make this gameplay on Walking Dead. I want to do this. It does not feel like that anymore. Walking Dead, like, it lost, like, that huge interest. Like, it's enough to watch the show. I still like the show. Like, I still like Walking Dead shows, like, Fear the Walking Dead, I still like. The Walking Dead, like, the main show, I still like. But the people and the fandom, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. That's the truth. And I already moved on with my Walking Dead videos too. I already posted one of my final Walking Dead videos, which is the gameplay for Telltale, and that will always be a game that's very, very close to my heart, because it's with Lee and Clementine, and that game will forever be one of my favorite games. All the time. Like, if I ever talk about Walking Dead again, and really make videos, it's gonna be about the game. Because the show is good and all, but it's the people and the fandom, so... And if I make videos, I'd be talking to the fandom. So, it's time for a change for this whole video. Or this whole YouTube channel, so it's time for a change. Some more Pretty Little Liars, more The 100, more other videos. So, yeah, I'm just done with all the insane stuff and all that, and people like not like supporting one another. And this was the past. Like, this was before Glenn died. Everyone was nice. Everything was good, and this was before Glenn died, before Negan showed up. And yet after Negan showed up, after Glenn and Abraham died, that's when things changed. I still liked it. Daryl was on it. And Carl was still on it, but it wasn't until Carl died that the show kinda just became the Daryl show, pretty much. Because everything that Rick was and what he was supposed to be is all gone. They just killed off Carl. So whatever thing that they had for Rick is now gone. I don't care for it now. What I wanted was Rick to die and Carl leading up the main character stage, or like taking up as leader. But yet that didn't happen. So yeah. But yeah, this is just about the timeline stuff, and I'm just getting tired of everyone. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you next one, and bye.